Hey guys, what is happening? This is ConnorTalks and I've decided to do a monthly update video to let you guys know where I am, what I'm up to, how I'm feeling, if I've got any new gear, new equipment for the van, and just give you guys an overall life update. Sometimes I like to give you guys like travel related videos of like, you know, hikes and exactly what I'm doing and where I'm going. And sometimes I just want to talk. I suppose that's in the name of my channel. So let's get into the month of June 2025. Here we go. So first thing, where am I at the moment? I am currently in Western Australia. I am still in Western Australia. I've been here for most of the last 2 years, in fact. But we're pretty close to leaving WA, but at the moment I'm still located in WA. I'm at the top end, quite close to the NT border. I'm in the Kimberleys at the moment, so that is my location if you were wondering. And why am I here? What am I doing in the Kimberleys? I've been here now for around a month. What am I doing? Why am I stuck here? There isn't a lot going on, I'll be real. There's some beautiful areas to travel and to see around the Kimberleys. If you know, you know. But when you've got a two-wheel drive camper van, you are very limited with your options. But what am I doing? Why am I still in the Kimberleys? So, I'm here with my partner because we are both working and saving to fund our future travel plans. Now, most people, including myself, we can't just travel forever. As much as I would love to, I would love to be able to travel full-time with, you know, no worries about like how I'm going to be able to pay my way, how I'm going to afford to stay at the next campsite, how I'm going to pay for diesel. I'd love to just travel full-time. I'd love it. That would be my dream. But unfortunately, such is life. We need money. We need the money to travel. So what we're doing at the moment is we're doing like a very slow lap of Australia in the van, but we obviously have to stop every now and again and work. So we're currently doing a working stint in the Kimberleys. We're going to be here for a couple more months yet. We've already been here for a month. It's not necessarily that we have to stop here right now and, you know, work. It's not as if like we're completely broke and we have to stop here, but it's always nice to keep the funds topped up. So yeah, we're here in the Kimberleys and we are working. It is not the most fun, I'll be honest, but it's money, and money is traveling, and traveling is so fun. So sometimes you've got to make a sacrifice to reap the rewards, as I'm sure you probably know. Next thing, have I done any camping this month? And if so, where have I been? What's the favorite place I've been to? So yeah, actually have done some camping in the last month, which has been challenging. As I said, working in the Kimberleys at the moment, so I'm mostly in a house and not so much in the van. This is actually my favorite time, I think, when I come into the van to make a YouTube video. I get to sit here and feel like I'm back on the road, even though I'm situated in a house most of the time. But yeah, we went traveling. We went to, I'll put some stuff on the screen now for you. We actually crossed over to the Northern Territory because we're so close to the border, and we went to a place called Edith Falls in the NT. We also went to Catherine Gorge, and they were both absolutely stunning. And we only had like a few days to stay there. We stayed like 3 or 4 nights, I think, at Edith Falls, and we went to Catherine Gorge for 1 night. They are both incredible, and don't worry about it, I'm definitely going back. That place, definitely going back for a longer period of time, and I'll give you guys like a full update of exactly what that place is like, give you guys some better video footage and show you what's happening over there. But yeah, there's some amazing spots in the NT. Went to Edith Falls, went to Catherine Gorge, and absolutely loved it. There was a fair bit of rain a couple of weeks ago, so when we went, one of the waterfall at Edith Falls was actually closed for the first few days, but when they finally opened it up, it was amazing. And because of all the rain, the waterfall was absolutely ferocious. We swam in some of the pools as well, and I'm secretly, myself and Jen, we're secretly on the hunt for crocodiles. So we are actually in croc territory right now. And obviously when we venture into the NT, we are definitely in croc territory. So I'm kind of secretly looking out for wild crocodiles from like a relatively safe distance. But yeah, I want to see some crocs. So if you're If you know the Kimberleys well, or if you kind of know the WANT border area very well, please let me know in the comments where I can find some crocs to see but not get eaten, but get close enough to a point where I can be like, fuck yeah, there's a crocodile like 5 meters or 10 meters away from me, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's where we've been. Next thing to cover, has there been any upgrades to the van, to the camper van in the last month? There has, actually, and I'm really excited to announce it. Not so much, I suppose, for you guys, because you won't see the change in the videos, but you will, because the uploads, you'll see the uploads. We have just ordered, and it has just arrived yesterday, Starlink. So I don't know if any of you guys watching this have Starlink, or if you know what it is, but it's super speed, super fast internet. And you can get it anywhere because it runs, I think, via satellite. So as long as you have like a clear view of the sky, you can get insanely fast internet pretty much no matter where you are. So this is something that's going to be amazing for my YouTube channel, because it means that no matter where I am in Oz, I've had a lot of trouble in the past. I try and stay consistent with my uploads, but sometimes when I'm traveling, especially with you know, van life, you'll go to these remote locations in Australia and there's no reception. All the reception cuts out all the time, it's inconsistent, the internet's so slow, so it makes it very difficult to keep on top of my YouTube schedule, because sometimes I don't even have internet, or if I have internet, it takes me like 4 hours to upload a 10-minute video, and it's so frustrating. So yeah, we ordered Starlink, it arrived yesterday. It's a Starlink Mini, so it's portable. It's something that when we're back on the road, I'm definitely gonna like probably put onto the roof permanently. But it's something that can be moved around, and as long as we have a clear view of the sky, we're going to have some sick internet, which means that my YouTube channel should benefit from that, or at least I'm hoping so. There's no excuse for me anymore not to be like consistently uploading, because I'll have the internet to do it. Other small update for the van is, if you know the mechanical gnome that I'm sat in at the moment, you know that we have a roof rack on the top. And the height of that roof rack, I think, is almost 3 meters. I think about 2.8, 2.6 meters high. So it's too high for me to be able to reach and put stuff on the roof rack without like really awkwardly climbing onto the roof with like tables and chairs, or getting down even. So I've ordered myself, and because I'm a little bit conscious of the lack of space in this van, it is very fully packed out. I don't have a lot of room, so I was very conscious about getting a ladder. But I realised, I've seen a few builds, and just to go on a bit of a tangent, this is one of my favourite things about camping. I don't know about you guys, but I love like pulling into caravan parks or campsites and then kind of like secretly checking out like what other people have got going on. And I've seen a few people, especially with roof tents, they all have telescopic ladders. So I've just ordered myself a 2.8 metre telescopic ladder. And I'll show you guys a picture of it on the screen here, and I'm sure in future videos you'll see me using the ladder, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. It goes super high, so it means I'll be able to climb up to the roof and climb back down without any issues, and it's something that I can store safely inside the van, so I know that people aren't going to be like climbing up a ladder whilst I'm asleep or something, you know, potentially trying to steal things. So yeah, those are my 2 big upgrades to the van for this month, and I would say they're both they're quite expensive, but they're both like definitely worth it. Things that I've been wanting to get for so long: Starlink and a telescopic ladder. So boom. Let me know, guys, if you've had any upgrades to your camper van, your RV, your motorhome in the last month or so. Let me know what you got, if it was worth it, if I should think about getting it, and let me know. So on a more personal note, I want to talk about my goals for the month ahead. I've already told you guys why we're here and what the plan is, but I guess it all links into my goals and what I want to do, what I want to achieve. I'm quite goal orientated, so I like to set goals and obviously try and tick them off as I go. It gives me a sense of purpose in life. So the goal at the moment is quite bland, especially for a YouTube channel, a travel related YouTube channel, but this is the reality of traveling. I'm sure you guys are aware of that. The goal ahead for the month is just to try and keep working and keep saving, so that when we finally hit the road again full time, we have enough money and enough savings to keep us plodding along on the road and keep us being able to actuate our plan and make our travel life a reality. So the goal is simple, but it's not easy. It's just save, try and save, work, graft, save, try and save up as much money as we can so that when we hit the road we can truly enjoy our life, because that's what it's all for, especially at the moment. I absolutely love living on the road. I love life on the road. I love making these YouTube videos for you guys, but it isn't easy all the time, and especially because I'm not getting paid at the moment from YouTube to make any of these for obvious reasons. It's something that I need to obviously go to work, save up the money, so then I can go and hit the road, travel, make some amazing videos for you guys, and then keep living the dream, as they say. But yeah, on I suppose a personal note, I will say that this is one of the challenges, and I would say the challenge of the month for me, with regards to traveling, that travel life, the van life. I'm sure many of you will be able to relate to this, and it's trying to balance traveling full-time with work. And obviously the issue is that, like, when you're traveling around full-time, you don't have a home base, or most people don't. We don't have a home base, so we travel around, and whenever we need money, we need to stop somewhere and work, and it's just very challenging because, you know, one of the issues with travel life is, like, when you're traveling and working, you're always stopping somewhere new, and it's great, you're always stopping somewhere new, but when you have to get another job, you have to meet new people, you have to, you know, orientate yourself in a new location. You got to try and get on with, you know, a new job. You got to meet the new boss, your new work colleagues. You got to go to new locations and do new things, and it is difficult. Like, there's no shit. It really is a challenge, and it's fun. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love the travel life, but it's like, to keep living this life, especially traveling on the road, if you're someone who doesn't have, like, your entire budget set up before you start, which it isn't really possible for someone like me, because, like, I love traveling so much that it's a lifestyle. You know, it's not like I'm gonna move into a house, save up for a few years, and then go do my quick lap of Oz, and then that's me done. It's tough for me because I love it. So it's like a never-ending struggle, or a never-ending hobby for me. You know, it's something I just love to do. So there's always a need for money because there's always a need to travel. But it does lead to the difficult times of, like, moving to another new location, having to stop for a couple of months and you know, try and find a new job. And as we all know, like, looking for work these days can be so challenging. I've been in places before. I was in Albany like a year ago, and I was looking for work for a couple of months. I couldn't find anything, and luckily I found a job here. I landed on my feet. I found a job within a few days of arriving here. But it is definitely difficult. It's definitely a challenge, and I think it's important sometimes to, like, try and break up these working periods with, like, little weekend trips away, visiting different places and going out and sleeping in the camper van, because it reminds you, like, why you're doing this. But it's not easy. Like, it really isn't easy always just, like, being on the road. I don't know if any of you guys in the comments can relate to that. It's possible, and, like, we're doing it. We're living that life. We're traveling, we're working, we're traveling, but constantly just being on the move and not having that stability, especially when you need to work, like, it is tough. But with that being said, it's a choice, and, like, I wouldn't have it any other way, or at least I'd have it another way, but I'd have to win the lottery, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I'd happily just travel around and not have to work, but we need money, you know. We're just normal people. We're normal people. We got to work to be able to enjoy that life. So yeah, that's kind of the situation at the moment. How I'm feeling mentally, like, I'm knackered. I'm not sure if you can see in this YouTube video, like, I'm trying to be upbeat and stuff for you guys, because, like, you know, I don't want to put across some, like, kind of lame, depressing video, and it's not like that, but I'm just tired. Like, I've smashed a full week of work. It's been such a busy week, and then it's like, you know, when we're not working, we're traveling. When I'm not traveling or working, I'm trying to do my YouTube. And again, this is, like, it's a complete choice. I don't have to do any of this, but I love it. But it's still tiring. But yeah, headspace overall, like, I'm positive, but I'm tired. Like, I could definitely do with, like, a few days of just sleeping, I reckon. I could probably have, like, I reckon I could sleep like 24 hours straight, if I'm being honest. If I didn't have anything to do, but I always have things to do, and that's the beauty of the travel life as well, I guess. But thank you guys very much for watching. Before you click off this video, I have some questions for you, and I would love to know the answer to them. Please let me know if you have experienced anything similar to myself at the moment with regards to like finding the balance between full-time work, part-time work, and then the travel life. Whether you've done much, full-time traveling and then had to stop places for work, how you found it, did you have any challenges? I'd love to hear your guys' experience, because that's currently where I'm at the moment. And some days it's up and I'm feeling positive and upbeat and I'm thinking about just being back on the road, and I'm at work and I'm like, I'm doing this for the traveling. But then there's other days where it's just like, oh God, man, I'm just sick of working. I just want to be back, like out camping, out bush, and living the good life that we all know and enjoy. So please let me know down below. I'm keen to see, and I will respond to you guys in next month's video. So stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching, and see you later.